same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of miles in houses. Yes, you said. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 I'm in a hell of a hole. Was never expected to grow. Just obstacle set in the road. That a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never a home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe the slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. The fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angel, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles are making it official. I'm capturing every crack and surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cages, safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the brutal show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom, we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. You'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Look, ain't no remorse in my blood, Slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. I get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember YAHANNA's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in his body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Vondale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they making oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. There was designed fire for our babies to pass through. In the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new pair of bellas. One day you'll see just how it feels. Payback is a dog. It's a dog. 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 Yeah. On 44 shit, you know what I mean? Busy man, busy man. Look, when that shit drop, you step all the way on their neck, step on their neck and they head with that shit. Fine then, I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I'll pop out like I'm Samuel, I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived, they don't know how I did it. Got it out the mud, straight to glory, they don't know how I did it. He nice, but he don't show them skills, how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel, how I work the wheel. They mad, I'm too solid, circle tight, yeah, vacuum seal. No, they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rank for it, I got rigor, so just kill for me, nigga, watch yourself. They say you been in beast mode. mode lately, you is not yourself. When you dropping that fire, precious marriage, they inquiring. They can't stop what's coming, but I see them conspiring. Cross the line, them firing. This bitch here, finna break the skin. No kindness, I don't trust you, circle small. You can keep your features. Me and my niggas don't keep no secrets. And it feel like Jeepers Creepers. Say they want some smoke, dog. So I brought these chimney sweeps. Coming like we coming, you can't even cap. These niggas don't run it like we run it. Bitch, don't even start. Bitch, I'm with my niggas till the end, till them do us part. If you wanna leave, you can leave, bitch. Bless your heart, find in. I ain't show no mercy, we gon' show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They know how I did it. Got it out the mud, straight to glory. They know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show them skills how I show them skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. I heard they want my life, I ain't worried, I got rate for real. Take over in effect, yeah, I'm fully focused. You might not see it on me, just know it's women, that bitch fully loaded. Ooh, yeah, we up and rolling. Told them I need major motion. Think I'm joking, I'ma school them niggas like they baby Jody. Got it out the dust, now I'm too clean, don't know why they hate me. What you want out life, dog? Guns and butter, baby boy. UPK top, dog. Certified road runner. I'ma turn that eco-line man to a damn tank. I got choppers stashed in the attic like they Air Frank. They had that shit on lock till I snapped on them like bolt cutters. You cannot play both sides, gotta choose your colors. See, I'm throwing that one up with that W, that's my blood, bro. Fine here. I ain't show no mercy, I'm gonna show them boy what time it is. I pop out like I'm Samuel. I got time to kill. Haters thought I died, I survived. They don't know how I did it. Got it out the gut, straight to glory. They don't know how I feel. He nice, but he don't show the skills how I show the skills. He ride, but he don't work the wheel how I work the wheel. Ooh, I got a man, circle tight, yeah, back and seal. Said they want my life, I ain't worried. I got rate for real.
Oh boy. Yeah, good.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is. 140 for the rapper, busy man, shit, nigga. They take their head off, nigga. I read what Eve did to Adam. I just pray my love don't lie to me. Swing the iron like Samson, I can't let no holder lie to me. I don't feel these rappers, all they lies is hypocrisy. Ain't no competition, ain't no rivalry. Nigga think I'm playing, I don't hear one word they saying, this shit light work. Think Muhammad one of us, he might lose his life first. Suckle up and stay alert. Another cop can stretch the nigga. He ain't demon, it's an exorcism. Watch I bless the nigga. Took that open blood, then you know I'm gonna get active with you. From the opposition, I see vision. Let me paint the picture. Rappers claim they spin, now I ain't listening. Is effective. If revenge was a woman, now I scope that bitch like Jacob. From Tower War, we gon' run the summer. It's gonna be historical. Thought they making plays, made them niggas call the audible. Ask who run this shit, but that question is rhetorical. Bitch, I'm the one, me cookies with the oil. I'ma get them crackers hell, should've never kidnapped my family. I can't do that. Bet I be the last nigga standing. Do a life sentence for my niggas, pray you understand me. I might put a switch on this Glock and call it young baby. How you real trigger know them dots? You a bird feeder, claiming he a demon. What's a demon to a cow leader? What he saying something, I ain't hear. This shit life. It ain't about who got the gun, it's about who gon' up that pipe first. I turn a bad situation to a game change. Bring soldiers from the dead, just raised up the chains. Bring shots, I'ma look like Aaron Jones when I run it. Never bite the hand and feature, you'll never get that hand back. He bitching about 10%, I don't wanna hear none of that. He dropping sword, fuck him, just make sure you get that cover back. Look around, he ain't with us, probably cause he never was. Now my chin like you with the angels for your brothers. Everybody wanna be Richard Porter, God kill him like Alpo. Play if he want, it's laying in the trunk like Lee Malvo. A certified woman's ass nigga, I am not a toy. Hey, out with that hollow sign, yeah, this the rim accord. Feel like Gullah Jack when I'm in Fayetteville, you feel your boy. Still up on my bread, still I think that's all that I do. The way I get that boy lost, they gon' start to call him Elroy. Fuck his game, pop out on them demons like I'm Hellboy.
Let's clap it up. Shalom, Israel. We're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West Harlem, New York, 125th Street under Commanding General YAHANNA. And since 1969, we've been delivering the truth that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian are the true chosen people of the Bible as God's chosen people. We're not affiliated with no other school, church, or group, or anything of the nature. Israel, man. First of all, Shalom Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah to all the Akim. Shalom Yahweh Shema Thumba Shem Yahweh Shah to all the Akwafian. I'm priest and officer of 50 Kashaka War. This is the Brotherhood Class. You know, so I've been trying to figure out what the class to be about, you know, what to teach on, of course, brotherhood, right? And it's still tied into what's going on, or what's really relevant in everybody's question about the war that's going on across the water in our homeland, right? And I was figuring out, it's being repetitive, and everybody's saying the same thing. All the men above me said the same thing, and they brought it out, and the justice that they did on bringing out the war that's happening over there, it's just glorious. It's glorious. But I'm gonna come from a different perspective about this war. Everybody's crying about, say, what's this guy named? The basketball player that came out and the basketball that converted, and he's an actual Judite. He's actually
Amari Stoudemire.
What's his name again?
Amari Stoudemire.
Amari Stoudemire. Stoudemire?
Yeah.
It's like he came out. This is a brother who so-called converted to Judaism. He wants to, how can I say it? He wants to be like the people that's portraying to be a people, right? And this is hilarious, and it's not hilarious. It's hilarious in this sense, in this way. Our people, we're so lost. We're so far from who we are supposed to be, and as a people, and who we are supposed to be, how we're supposed to be ruling the earth. We're so far away from that we lose sight of who we really are. We're so caught up in the mixture of this molten pot that's in the world that we forget, that we've forgotten. We've got it taken away from us who we are and who the Most High is. We've forgotten what place we have on this earth. We've been beaten down so bad that we forget who we are. We take on these other cultures, these other religions. We take on these religions and these other cultures like as if they're saving our lives and we're doing something great. We take on Islam and Egyptology, and we take on Judaism and being a Baptist, a Christianity. What else? What is there? Is, of course, I said Islam first. Jehovah's Witness, and so many things that we take on, but we forget our own culture. We forget who we are. We forget that blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people forget that we're the chosen people of the Bible. We're so far from who we are supposed to be that we will say that the Bible is not our own book, that we don't believe in the Bible. The Bible has contradictions and all of this and that, right? This is what we will say as a people being in the world, being lost. What's the Stoudemire? Stoudemire is a Judite. He's a black man wanting to portray and indoctrinate, or taking the indoctrination of a people who's pretending to be his people. That's the sad part, because he don't even know that is his people they're trying to portray. He does not know that he is his people, his bloodline. Because of his bloodline, he's the people that's trying to portray. He's following behind them. And he's not even doing it right. They're speaking Yiddish and all this BS. The oppressor is such a devil. right? That he has a black man pretending or taking up the way that he tells them to take up his own culture. And it's disgusting. It's disgusting. It's dishonoring. It's humiliating that a black man will get on social media and say, F all black people, or what did he say? What did he say? I'm not even clear because I didn't even want to watch it. It was so humiliating as a people that to watch another black man say, be disgusted with other black people because they didn't share on or they didn't cry out for a people who are being destroyed because the Most High allowed it. It is disgusting that he wants to cry out and try and save the very people that's pretending to be him. Everybody wants to, save Israel, save Israel. In the scriptures, the Lord said it will be destroyed. But give me that. Israel will be destroyed. Give me that. Israel will be destroyed. The generals brought it out so glorious, right? That, I just want to touch on it, right? Because I got a different angle to come at. Because we so caught up in the hoopla of what America deals out to us in the internet and social media and following behind people or the so-called stars. And we let them lead us right into destruction. We don't pay attention. Will Smith was in what was Will Smith? Scientology, right? Will Smith was into Scientology. Everybody followed behind Will Smith. What's this guy? Malcolm X into Islam. Every black man followed behind Malcolm X and behind Cassius Clay. We talking about the boxer, Muhammad Ali, following behind because they're stars. You think that they know the right way, leading us right into destruction. Leading us right into destruction. Following behind these so-called rappers who don't even know who they are. They don't even know who their identity. They pretend to be part of the LGBT community and get sucked into that whole world just for fame and fortune. For $1. You got, I can't even say it. You got female rappers that's rapping about whoredom. And sisters is following right behind them. They following right behind them. We got this, was he a football player or basketball player?
NBA. Former NBA.
It's a former NBA player. What do he know about God's children? What do he know about serving the Most High? Hold your peace. He knows nothing. He's not part of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. He's not ordained to teach. You have everybody's running around here listening to these nutcases. Oh, the earth is round, the earth is flat, the earth is round, the earth is flat. Everybody's running around here, running behind these nutcases and following behind these nutcases and following these other cultures and these religions. And you're following them right into destruction. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Because you want to listen to the Kardashians. Because you want to listen to Sukiyana. Because you want to listen to Lil Yachty. Or whoever. And follow them right into destruction. Right into destruction. You want to follow behind, what's the boy name? He just spit in the girl mouth on Kevin Gates on stage, calling himself a Muslim and spitting in women's mouths. You want to follow behind that? You want to be disgusted like this man on stage and embarrassing as black people. Man call himself a so-called Muslim. Well, I expect that. You on stage spitting in women's mouth. That's who you want to follow. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Instead of following the priest and prophet of the Lord, cry out for Israel. Give me that scripture, Barbara Shaw.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 13, verse 9.
Go ahead.
O Israel.
Oh, who?
O Israel.
This is only for Israel. This is for the real Israelites. Go ahead.
Thou hast destroyed thyself.
Thou has what?
Thou hast destroyed thyself.
Go ahead.
But in me is thine help.
Man, and the Most High God is your help. That's not what I was looking for, Yash. Give me one moment. Give me one moment. It speaks directly to Israel that we are following behind foolish people. We're not following by people that follows the Most High God. Like Commanding General YAHANNA. All these generals and these captains and these officers. You're not following behind that. The land of Israel. Let me see. Let me hear what you got.
It's the book of Zechariah, chapter 12, verse 9.
Go ahead, let me hear it.
And it shall come to pass.
And it shall happen, go ahead.
In that day.
Go ahead, in that day.
That I will seek to destroy all the nations that come against Jerusalem.
That's not what I'm looking for. This is when the land of Israel is destroyed. Give me 1 second. Let's see. 1 second. 1 second. One second.
Yeah, here, sir. I got it. Ezekiel.
Go ahead. Let me hear what you got. Ezekiel 36 and 35.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 35.
Go ahead.
And they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden, and the waste and desolate and ruined cities are become fenced and are inhabited.
Read it, Slakia. Read it again.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 35. And they shall say, this land that was desolate is become like the Garden of Eden.
That's when it's destroyed. That's when it's destroyed. I need it before that.
You read the verse up. And the desolate land shall be tilled. That's 34.
Just one moment.
All right. Verse 33.
Let me hear it.
This book of Ezekiel, chapter 36, verse 33. Thus saith the Lord God, and the day that I shall have cleansed you from all your iniquities, I will also cause you to dwell in the cities, and the waste shall be builded.
Nah, that's not what I'm looking for. Slakia. If there ain't any men above me, and you know the verse, go city of the valley of Jehoshaphat.
That's Joel 2.
Let me get that. Let me hear that. That's what I think I'm looking for. Salakia. It's because I want to teach something else, but I need to bring this out first. Tell me when you got it. Go ahead. Let me hear what you got. The point that I'm making is that in the scriptures, I need to find that scripture.
Here it is. It's chapter 3, verse 2.
Let me hear that. Go to verse 1. I believe it's verse 1. Go up to verse 1.
It's the book of Joel, chapter 3, verse 1. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem.
Go ahead.
Verse 2. I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat.
Right.
and will plead with them there for my people.
The Lord's plea is not like our plea. The Lord is not pleading. He's not begging. He's not begging. The Lord is definitely not begging. This is where the destruction will happen. He will show himself. If you don't think that the Lord is showing himself by seeing a place where it's supposed to be, the dome is supposed to protect them from missiles, and I don't know how many missiles been launched. Some say it was 2,000 missiles, some say it was more. Okay, whatever number of missiles, if they saying that is malfunction. And guess what happened? Boom. So many people have been unalived, right? The Lord is destroying the place. They're fighting over a land that's not theirs. But we don't know that as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, that's our land. That's our land because we don't read the Bible. Because we so caught up falling behind these religions and these other fake cultures of these other people, of these heathens. Read. Okay.
And will plead with them and will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
And what?
For whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land.
Man, listen, let me explain something to you. Because it's two places, it's two types of people that's splitting this land and trying to take and have rule over this land that's not even theirs. So you got two types of people that parted their land. This is the scriptures. This is not my word. It says parted my land. Listen, that means it split it in half, right? This is a black man. What's his name? Stoudemire?
Marty Stoudemire.
Stoudemire, he's upset with black people because we didn't mourn for them people, because we didn't feel bad for them people. Well, let me tell you something, Mr. Stoudemire. Did they feel bad for black people when they unalived what's the girl name? Joyce Morgan. Joy Morgan. Did they feel bad for Joy Morgan? Did they feel bad for the knee that they put on the neck of that brother? What about the brother they choked out for smoking, for selling cigarettes? What about the brother that was in his home and just sleeping and they unalived him? What about the brother that was jogging in his neighborhood and got ran down like it was the old Klan chasing him down? What about the brother that got unalived in his car with his wife and his child? What about them? What about them? What about the little boy that was playing in the backyard with a toy gun? What about the little boy who had Skittles in his pocket because he had a hoodie on? What about the sister over in England that got choked because she got accused of stealing when she was returning an item? Did you feel bad for them? Did you speak out for them? What about this sister here? Read this article that I gave you.
Teen in viral video of 20-year prison sentence pleads again to South Daytona carjacking.
Let me give you a little background. Background is this young lady, black sister, this child of Judah, this young sister, this young princess, right? Who knows the street life because she has no father in her life. Because there's no man in her mother's life to tell her, no, don't do that. No, you're not going to be some, can I say certain words? Harlot, Duwato. You're not going to be some type of harlot. You're not going to run with that crew of people. You're not going to run with that boy. No, he's no good for you. You're not going to sleep with him. Because there was no man in the life. There was no man, no no priest and prophet in her life to tell her right from wrong. That the people that she was running with was not the good type of people. She's running around because she knows no better than what the oppressor has conditioned her society to be. What her and her environment is. She only knew what she was taught. And this was what she was taught. Read.
Keandra Cook threw herself at the mercy of the court last summer on carjacking charges, only to be stunned with a 20-year prison sentence.
To be stunned with what?
A 20-year prison sentence.
She was 18 when she got arrested. And they offered her, and they gave her 20 years. 20-year sentence. Read.
Prompting her anguished reaction, which spun into a viral video.
There's a viral video that's going on the internet where the mother is screaming in agony. In agony that her daughter, who she does not know, she's running around setting people up, carjacking, setting men up to get robbed because of who she chose to be around. She don't know her daughter, but her mother screaming in agony and pain that her little girl got 20 years. 20 years. She's a baby. About to get a 20-year sentence. Read.
Circuit Judge Max Foxman on August 14th allowed Cook to withdraw her plea, eliminating the 2-decade sentence and essentially giving Cook a legal do-over.
You know why they gave her a legal do-over? Let me tell you why. Because they recorded this in the courtroom, right? And this recording got out to the internet and it went viral. It went viral and so many people are speaking out on this. Now they give her a second chance. Guys, you know what? We're not going to accept that because your attorney did not tell you. Like it goes down into the story, but the attorney did not do something, and they made it seem like the attorney was negligence. But pay attention. Listen to this. This is because we follow in these other cultures and not following behind Yahushua Mashiach, who we ignorantly call Christ, because we're not following behind this Bible, because we're not giving it all to the Most High God, because we'd rather be Egyptologists, but we'd rather go in here and be Christians, Muslims. Read.
Now, 5 months later, Cook, 19, was once again entered a plea before Judge Foxman to the same charges, which carried up to a life sentence.
This carry up to how much?
A life sentence.
A life sentence. She's a baby. Life. Man, do you understand life? They're taking this little girl's life away from her because she don't know no better. Because she don't have no figures, no real role models. You know who she got? She got Sukiyana. She got, what's her name? Big Red. She got Lil Kim. She got Nicki Minaj. What's the other little heifer name?
Cardi B.
She got Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion as role models. As role models. Going to Pound Town. That's what she has as a role model. Go ahead, read, Baba Shaw.
Cook pleaded no contest to principal to carjacking with a deadly weapon, punishable by up to life in prison.
Mm-hmm.
Principal to attempted carjacking with a deadly weapon, punishable up to 30 years in prison, and principal to aggravated battery with a deadly weapon, punishable by up to 15 years in prison.
Go ahead.
Do you understand the concept of an open plea? Foxman asked her.
Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Cook said softly as she stood before the judge. That means that there is no deal, not a deal with the state. You take your chances with me. You understand, Foxman?
Let me explain what's happening right here. Let me explain what's happening. She put her life in the hands of this oppressor. That's what happened because we don't know no better. There's no father saying you're not doing that. There's no man saying that's not how we're going at this charge. She got a public pretender who works for the court system, proposing to work for you. She got all these people on her ear. You should do this. You should do that. The public defender told her that she shouldn't get no prison time if she gave her life in the judge's hand the first time, and she got 20 years. She re-entered another plea for to put her life in this judge's hand again. Come on, read.
Yes, sir, Cook said. That didn't turn out so well for Cook last time. Her former attorney, Assistant Public Defender Frank Scott, had assured her family she would not go to prison.
Mm-hmm.
Foxman gave her 20 years that drew cries of agony from Cook's mother, who had to be helped from the courtroom. Cook's face twisted in agony as she broke down in tears and also had to be carried out by bailers. This time, though Cook was not sentenced on Wednesday during the hearing at the at S. James Foxman Justice Center in Daytona Beach.
Mm-hmm.
She would be sentenced after a pre-sentence investigation by the Department of Corrections, which will take about 30 days.
Right.
Foxman told her several times to cooperate with the Department of Corrections pre-sentence investigation.
This is the judge telling her to cooperate with this what did it say? Pre-what?
Pre-sentence investigation.
Meaning, this is what they're saying. Who was your co-conspirators? Who was your co-conspirators? Tell me everything, or I'm about to throw the book at you. That's pretty much what's happening here. Snitch, or I'm taking your life, 20 years of your life. Your charges that you caught you're facing life, meaning you're never coming home unless you get parole. You understand? They ain't say life without parole. They just said life. That means you can do any amount of number that they see fit. You can do 15, 20, 25 years, 17 years, and then come home on parole. If they give you parole. Life. Ayash.
Gotta remember, that's a Commonwealth state. They could smack her with more than 30 if they put no set number on that life sentence.
Listen, you think I don't know? I know.
40, 50 years.
Listen, let me tell you something. And these Commonwealth states, they can throw any number. Listen, when you put that's why I know that. That's why I know about it, because this is a Commonwealth state. And when you put your hands in the judge, in these Commonwealth states, when you put your hands into the judge's discretion, the judge, you're allowing your oppressor to have judgment and put your life in his balance of his hands, and what he says is justifiable time. You understand what's happening here? This little girl is putting her life and saying, weigh the options and pick what you're going to give me. And guess what? The judge can pick whatever he wants to give her. He can give her 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, 50 years, 100 years, life. He can give her whatever. So based on, because you know the oppressor is the damn devil that the Bible speaks of, right? He can give her, if he's having a bad day. He ain't get a bump of cocaine before. I'm joking. I'm not saying that's what he does, but he ain't get high that day, or he ain't do his regular routine. He didn't get to do all the nasty things that your oppressor do before he came to court, and he can just have a bad day. Somebody cut him off in traffic. It's over. He's going to take it out on this young girl. Go ahead, give me some more. Before you give me some more of that scripture, give me the give me the book of Romans chapter 3 verse 1. You're gonna give me 1 and 2. See, the problem is we forget who we are. And we need to remember who we are. We need to remember, and we need to pay close attention to what the priests and prophets are teaching us. The men above me is teaching us valuable information about who we are and whose we are and what we belong, who we belong to and what we belong doing, what we supposed to be doing in this earth. What are we supposed to be doing? How are we supposed to move? It's the Bible is. I know, please, don't take me as being a Christian, but when you're in the world, you hear the different acronyms or whatever of what the Bible's supposed to mean, but they say it's basic instructions before leaving earth. Let me tell you how close to the truth that is. Everything in the Bible tells you the do's and don'ts of how to live as a Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. Does it not? 3 and 1. It shows you exactly how to move. I'm talking about from eating, from cleaning, to living everyday life. How to treat your wife, how to be a good father, how to be a good husband, how to be a good servant to the Most High God. It teaches you everything that it is that you need to know about life.
Right.
It teaches you not to do this or not to do that. And guess what we do? We squander our wealth. We squander our wealth by going to these other nations and following behind their belief system, behind their religion, behind their culture, behind their gods. When we serve the Most High, the one and only true God of Israel, of the earth, the creator of all creation. We forget that. We forget that we are those people. Read what you got.
It's the book of Romans chapter 3 verse 1. What advantage then have the Jew?
What advantage do we have? You know what the advantage is? Yash, let me tell you the advantage. Somebody want to answer it. What advantage? Let somebody answer it online. What advantage do we have? As Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians, what advantage do we have? Right now, in today's society, what advantage do we have? I'm going to give you a minute just to answer it. Yeah, see me one more time. What advantage do Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have as a people? What advantage? Tell me what advantage we have as knowing who we are. What advantage does what's read the scripture again one more time, Ayash?
The book of Romans chapter 3 verse 1.
Uh-huh.
What advantages then have the Jew? Or what profit is there of circumcision?
Explain this to me. What does this mean? What does the scripture mean? Have we got anything in the chat? Anybody answer this?
Trench coat baby said the Bible, sir. Hold on. Let's bring it back up.
What happened? What would she say?
She said the Bible, sir, the Most High power.
The Most High power, the Bible, yes, that's exactly what I'm looking for. The Bible. The advantage is this world is a test. This is a test. It's an open book test. The why? It's an open book test. Here's the book. All you have to do is study, learn it, live it, do it, become a priest and a prophet and teach it, and uphold it. That's it. This is how easy it can be. if we just do this, follow us in here, do the things that says to do in here, don't do the things it says don't do. In the book of Leviticus, it tells you the law of what to eat and what not to eat. It's an open book test. What advantage do we have? We have first of all, our bloodline. The fact that you're born, I'm born a Judite. I'm born, it's in my blood. All the brothers and sisters from every tribe, they're born from their tribe because it's in their blood. That's the first advantage. Because you're born this way. You was born into the promise. The fact that you was born into the promise, that's already your advantage. The Lord gave you a promise. That's just it. The Lord gave a promise. He made a covenant with us that he will be our God and we will be his sheep. All we got to do is do this. Follow and obey. So simple, right? Follow and obey. But we want to be whores. We want to go sell ourselves out to other cultures and other religions. And we forget who we are. Read verse 2.
Much every way, chiefly because that unto them were committed the oracles of God.
You know, everything in the Bible is coming to pass. The land is happening again, is being bombed. Listen, they're going to answer for their crimes. They claim to be us and they are not us. Yet the synagogue of Satan. Guess what? So they answering for their crimes. The rumors of wars and earthquakes in diverse places. All this is happening right now in our time. And we're not taking advantage of this time that we have. Everybody's saying it's grace. Grace means it's a time up. Take advantage of the time and get in class and learn who you are and follow these laws, statutes, and commandments and own up to who you are. Kill the unalive your old self. Put away your old ways. And remember who you are, black man. Stop mourning for a people that's not yours. That's your enemy. That stole your land, stole your identity, stole your culture. You're mourning for them. You want other people to feel bad for the people that robbed you. You want to feel sorry for the people that robbed you. When there are sisters like this sister in this article that's about to face a life imprisonment, 20 years in prison, because she has no one to guide her, because she has nobody to guide her. But you want to follow behind another people and be guided by them into destruction? You want us to mourn for that? Salakia. Let me get another scripture. Hold that article. Give me the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 21 and 22. Book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 21 and 22.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 4, verse 21. And the Lord said unto Moses,
Go ahead.
When thou goest to return into Egypt, see that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh.
The Lord sent Moses to go show Pharaoh that I'm with you. Do all these miracles. I gifted you with some. Go do this. Right? Read it again.
And the Lord said unto Moses, When thou goest to return into Egypt,
when you go back into Egypt, go ahead.
See that thou do all those wonders before Pharaoh.
All these wonders before Pharaoh. Go ahead.
Which I have put in thine hand.
What I just said, that he put in his hands. Go do these wonders I showed you to do. Go ahead.
But I will harden his heart.
But guess what? The Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart. He hardened his heart. He hardened Pharaoh's heart. Just like he hardened the hearts of your oppressor. Like he hardened the heart of this judge when this little girl put her life in, who has no record, put her life in this judge's hand and gave her 20 years. Go ahead. Read.
That he shall not let the people go.
That he shall not what?
That he shall not let the people go.
Read.
And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh,
Okay.
Thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son.
Who? Swap. Okay.
And thou shalt say unto Pharaoh, Thus saith the Lord, Israel is my son.
Israel who?
Israel is my son.
Okay.
Even my firstborn.
Hey, listen, let me explain something to you. The Lord claimed us. The Lord claimed us. We're not claiming us. We're not even claiming who we are. He didn't say the Arabs. He didn't say the East Indians, the Persians, the Palestinians. He didn't say none of them was his people. He said Israel. Israel. We forget who we are. We forget that we're Israel. And the priests and the prophets of the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge is here to remind Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians that we are the people of the Bible, the chosen people of the Bible, that the Most High God chose. There's no other nation that fits the criteria of the Bible. No other nations. None whatsoever. The ones that pretend to be us, that this Mr. Scottemeyer runs behind and try and pretend to be them, who try to pretend to be us. No one fits the description other than Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. No one been in captivity longer. No one has a land that they can't go back to. No one knows who they are past their captivity. No one can trace their ancestors back past a certain point other than Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. And we might be able to trace it back but so far. No one goes through more grueling and more heart-wrenching stuff than Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. Our children was used for alligator bait. Our children. Our skin was made into jackets and shoes and purse and books. I don't see no other culture that skin was used to make no books. I don't see no other culture no other nation of people that skin was used to make books. I don't see no other nation that get humiliated in the streets and on TV and on social media like Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. I don't see no people deprived of their culture like Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We speak out about the truth about this, and guess what? You got now everything is case-sensitive words. Everything is, oh, we're so sensitive. We can't say that. You can't say this. You can't. We feel offended. Now y'all offended? We've been offended all our lives. We was born offended. Born into slavery. Born into captivity. For well over 400 years. For well over 400 years. Picking sugar cane, picking cotton, picking corn, being whipped, being abused. In every sense of the word, being abused. Being used as alligator. Being used as a comedy act. By being hung. Did you cry out for those black people? What about the 77 million Native Indians that was unalive and their land was taken, and then every Thanksgiving? Scott, I bet you celebrate Thanksgiving. I bet you celebrate Thanksgiving. I bet you celebrate Thanksgiving because it's the holidays. It's a joyous time. It's a time to give. Time to be around your family. And you celebrate the mass unalivement of your family. Of your family. What about your family? What about your family? We cry out for the Holocaust. Cry out for Israel being bombed. Cry out for them. Did you cry for blacks and Hispanics in the ghetto? Did you cry out for blacks and Hispanics during the crack epidemic? During the crack, it's so fentanyl is in every drug. Are you crying out right now for what's going on in Chicago for the gang violence? In Cali for the gang violence? Are you crying out for them? Are we crying out for them? Are we mourning for those children that's being unalive for colors? For colors. Are we mourning for that? Are we mourning for the pregnant woman that's on a corner begging for crack? Are you mourning for that? Huh? You want to mourn for some place that's being bombed of a people that's not even your people, that stole your identity. Are you mourning for this little sister? Are you mourning for the brother that could have been the next Michael Jordan, the next best basketball player, better than Michael Jordan, that get unalive in a drive-by shooting? What about the little kids that's playing in the playground and because of confrontations they get unalive, straight bullets? What about the little girl that could have been the next senator or the next best doctor who cured cancer or whatever? What about them kids? What about the God Salakia? What about them kids, our kids that's on the border right now in cages? Being held in cages. What about them? What about them? What about the Levites that came across that water that they put back, deported them back to the hellacious conditions? What about them? Are we crying out for them? Are we crying out for Haiti? You're crying for some people that stole your identity. Ayash.
Apparently, Mr. Stoudemire didn't do his homework or history back checking because the only reason why Hitler would put them in the Holocaust in the first place, because they was trying to portray us. That was the whole reason why he disliked his own people and put them in concentration camps. Who told y'all to try to act like them? I don't like you.
I don't like you because you're trying to be them.
Yeah. If they was just trying to be themselves, guess what? No Holocaust.
No, they would have been on his side.
Right.
You know, it's disgusting and it's disturbing that you have black people that have this disdain for their own kind. They have this disdain. It's heart-wrenching that they have a disdain for their own kind. Like, you're above, like, oh my God, it's a black person. Are you serious? They have such disdain for their own people. The Lord got something for you, Mr. Stoudemire. You want to burn with your oppressor. That's what you want to do. When a third world war happened, may it happen soon. May the Lord have mercy and let it come soon. Lord, allow it. Let Yahawashah, Mashiach, come down with them 200 million angels and let it rain. Let it happen. This is why We don't understand who we are because we get caught up in the world's war and the world's whirlwind, this molten pot of we are the world and love everybody. Because we think we can love everybody. We can save everybody. You know, black people, we can love everybody but ourselves.
Right.
We can love everybody but ourselves. We can't love us. We can't love our people. We can't be so loving that we love only ours. You know who we love? Our oppressor. The one who beat us and put us in chains. The one that beat our ancestors and put them in chains and whipped them and abused them and used them for alligator bait. We gotta love them. We gotta love the ones that I can't even say certain things. Yash, quickly.
I have a new person entered the chat. He said two mentally lazy, unstimulated minds waiting for TikTok to fix it. Mr. Light Apps.
Shalom, Lord in Christ. You know, Stoudemire has a real disturbing way, he's a real disturbing soul. Because anytime that you call out and you have an anger issue with black people because they didn't mourn for a country, for a people who is not his people, who stole his culture. And you want us to mourn for them because you want to pretend to be them who pretend to be us. I don't get it. But you know what? Being lost and not knowing who you are is the biggest problem. Hold your thought, Yash. Hold your thought. Give me one moment. If there's any questions, please put them in the chat. I can answer your questions using the Bible. If you have any questions on the scriptures, I can answer your questions. If you got any questions, that don't even matter. Ask your questions and I'll do my best to answer them. If not, I will get back to you next week. Yash, do me a favor. You want to get back to the article right after this.
Okay.
Go to Deuteronomy 20:1. You're going to read down to 4. The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20 and verse 1. Got it. Brothers and sisters, we need to really pay attention to who we are and what's going on in the world. Right now, the Euphrates River has dried up. No other book has predicted this. No other book, no scientist, no other culture, no other religion, no other priest, any prophets of the Lord, no Catholic church, no Muslim mosque. Nobody has predicted that the Euphrates will dry up other than the Bible. Nobody predicted that there will be plagues that's not in this Bible. The whole earth shut down for an entire 2 years. Nobody paid attention to that. That the Lord has shut the earth down. Nobody paid attention to that. Nobody's paying attention to these wars that's happening within wars. Nobody's paying attention to the fact that what's going on right now in society or in these different locations, that the earthquakes and tornadoes and all these diverse places is happening right now, right in our time. All this is in the Bible. Nobody's paying attention that children are against their parents and the parents are against the children and the daughters against the fathers against the mother, and everybody's, because it says it in the scriptures. It says that this will happen. It will come to pass. These things will happen. Children are disrespecting their parents, talking to their parents any type of way. It said this will happen, that the children will rule. It's happening. Nobody's paying attention to this, but the Bible is fake. That's what they'll tell you, that the Bible has so many contradictions. Well, there's things that's happening right now. Explain it to me. Use your scientists. Explain these things that the Bible said is so, or so to be, or so to come. Nobody can explain them. Nobody can explain them. What's happening? You use the sign. So everybody trying to use a scientific way of saying something. You want to be so foolish to still believe in a Big Bang Theory. There's nothing that supports that. There's not one. There's no type of proof that the Big Bang Theory is true. There's no proof. They say, oh, they got so many proof that monkeys evolved and became humans. So why are there still monkeys? Why? And there's different species of monkeys, from gorillas to apes to chimpanzees. Why are they still there? Why? Come on, man. We got to wake up and realize who we are. Whose we are. As a people. Read what you got, Yash, and then take me back into this article.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 20, verse 1.
Yeah.
When thou goest out to battle against thine enemies.
When you go out and battle your enemies, listen, let me tell you something, man. When you go out and battle your enemies, man, go ahead, read this part. I need this.
And seest horses and chariots, and a people more than thou.
When you go out to fight your enemy and see that it's more of them than, go ahead.
Be not afraid of them.
What? Say it again.
Be not afraid of them.
Say it one more time.
Be not afraid of them.
It says, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid of them. Go ahead.
For the Lord thy God is with thee.
Give the Lord a hand, man. Because the Lord is with you. Don't be afraid, because it's more. Don't be afraid, because they look like they're in war ready. They got on battle gear. Don't be afraid. Go ahead. Give me some more.
Which brought thee up out of the land of Egypt.
You can't be afraid of anyone, because you got the Lord with you, who brought you out of Egypt. He destroyed Pharaoh. Listen, the miracles that was performed to get us up out of Egypt. That's who you serve. All you got to do is serve him right. Stop following behind the people who put us in captivity. Come on, give me some more, Yash.
And it shall be that ye are come nigh unto the battle.
And when you get to the battle, go ahead.
That the priest shall approach and speak unto the people.
Go ahead.
And shall say unto them, Hear, O Israel.
Hear who?
Hear, O Israel.
All through the Bible it says about Israel. It don't say no other nation. No other nation. It don't tell you follow behind Egyptology, Scientology. It don't tell you follow behind Arabs and Muslims. It tells you here, Israel. And this is the book for Israel. Go.
Ye approach this day unto battle against your enemy.
Go ahead.
Let not your heart faint.
Don't get faint at heart. Don't get scared. Don't let your heart flutter and you start, second guessing yourself, and you start, man, don't go in as warriors.
Fear not.
Say it again.
Fear not.
Say it again.
Fear not.
Go.
Do not tremble.
Do not what?
Do not tremble.
Do not shake at all. Go.
Neither be ye terrified because of them.
Don't be terrified. Don't have fear. Look your enemy in the eye and know that you're going to win the battle, because you got the Most High God with you. And we forget that. We forget that as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, because we weren't taught it. Because our oppressors stole it from us. But you want to follow behind an oppressor who stole your culture and don't even want to tell you you're you. And walk in the earth with their head held high as if they're you, and own everything in the land. They own everything, the jobs, the job market, the music. The music. They own your music. They produce music that keep our people destroyed mentally. Sukiyana and Big Red, Pound Town, disgusting. Whoever, Sexy Red, they disgust me. You want to listen to music like that? Music that keep us destroyed. Sleep with somebody else's wife. Destroy us. That's what they want to keep us destroyed. By not following the laws, statutes, and commandments, the Lord turns away from us. He turns away from us. But when we follow, be not afraid. Don't be afraid. Stick your chin up and go out there and be like David and fight and beat Goliath. Read.
For the Lord your God is he that goeth with you to fight for you against your enemies to save you.
Man, you can't get no better than that. You got the Most High God that goes with you to fight with you for you against your enemies. What scripture you reading up to?
That was Deuteronomy chapter 20, verses 1 through 4.
Man, listen, let me explain something to you. And you tell me that this Bible is not for real. Let me go back into this article, Barbara Shaw. I want to answer from what's his name again? Because I keep forgetting. I'm never one who was into follow the sports. I got a sports team and I can't name one.
Mark Stoudemire. He was a former NBA player for the Phoenix Suns.
Okay, he was a player for who?
Phoenix Suns.
He was a basketball player for the Phoenix Suns, right? Who went and start following another. Let me explain it to you this way. He went and converted to Judaism, right? This is it's hilarious. It's sad, downright to being hilarious. That's how it's heart-wrenching. This is a black man who converted to Judaism to follow behind a people that pretends to be him. That is disgusting. Who wants other black people to cry out and mourn for the people of Israel who stole his land. Two people fighting over the land that don't even belong to them. It don't even belong to them. It was given to the hands of the children of Israel. And two other nations of people are fighting over the land that's yours and pretending to be you. And you want to go out here and pretend to be them. Who try to pretend to be, and they don't even pretend to be you right. They speak Yiddish. They dishonor your own language. Lashawan Kadash, they dishonor your language. Read, Ayash.
Foxman told her several times to cooperate with the Department of Corrections pre-sentence investigation, which is an extensive background check of Cook.
Be a snitch. Go ahead.
There was no pre-sentence investigation at her first sentence. So that means they're giving her a chance to try to tell on somebody by saying that.
Okay, what's happening here is they gave her 20 years.
Right.
The judge, she gave herself to the judge's mercy, and she gave herself to the judges. And this is a Commonwealth state, and they gave her the judge. She gave herself to the judge. The prosecutor, not the prosecutor, her public defender told her, you shouldn't get any prison time if you do this. She gave herself to the judge, to the mercy of the judge. The judge gave her 20 years. In the courtroom, it's a video on TikTok, there's a video on Instagram. The mother, when they sentenced her to 20 years, the mother screams out in agony. It's a heart-wrenching cry. Like, you can hear the pain in the mother's cry. And she cries, and then it makes the girl cry, and it's a big fiasco of a situation. And once she gets sentenced to all this time, but then the judge gave her an opportunity to take back that and go back through the process again. Now, this time, they tell her cooperate with the investigation of the situation. Okay. If you cooperate, yes, of course. If you cooperate, we're gonna give you the judge is you're gonna go back in front of the judge. Now, what I'm believing is happening that she went back in front of the judge, and the judge now has 30 days to consider how much time to give her. No. Well, I mean, well, he can say no time. He can say no time, but this is her oppressor. You got to understand this is her oppressor. He can say you get no time, or he can say the 20 years still stand, or because of the charges, she can get life. Give me some more of the story. Why Scott Amaya ain't crying out for this sister? Why? You know what? He's such a famous ex-basketball player, right? He has some money. Why he not putting up no money for a proper attorney for this little girl? Why is no money going up for her? What's the brother name that said he couldn't breathe? Eric Gardner. Why ain't put no money up for the lawyers for Eric Gardner? Why ain't put no money up for all these black people that's being unalive? Why is no money being put up for them, for lawyers, attorneys, and their families so they can defend their families in court cases and lawsuits? Why is he not helping Israel? He said he want to help Israel, right? Why he not helping the real people? Go ahead, Ayash, give me some more. What we got going on? What we got going on in the chat?
Nothing in the chat. So much in the chat. What I was about to say was Stoudemire's in that mindset, which you said in the previous class about wanting how our people are so destroyed, they want to please the oppressor.
He's beyond destroyed.
Like they seek
understand what's going on. Stoudemire, he went and converted. And this is the part you have to pay key attention to. He is a black man, like me, like you. He's a Judite. I do believe he's a Judite. He's a Judite.
He's
right?
an Israelite.
No, I know he's Israel, but I believe his specific tribe is Judah.
He's a Judite.
Right? He's a black man like me and you, right? And he converted to Judaism. You know, Judaism, they try to pretend to be us.
Right.
The children of the Bible. The chosen people of the Most High God. They pretend to be us. So how do a black man go and convert into following behind some people who pretend to be him? That's the it's sad, but it's hilarious. It's hilarious because it's almost comical. Because how? Because we have lost our way. Because our oppressor has beaten us so bad that we don't know who we are as a people. Give me like $1 real quick. My people are destroyed. Give me that. Give me that real quick. Give me that. Welcome, Shaw. Okay. Give me that quickly. This is the problem with blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people, right? This is the problem with our people. Our people are so destroyed that we don't even comprehend who we are. We don't know the strength that we have as a people. I'm not even talking about financially, because financially we don't even realize, because of black people, Timberlands pop. Timbs are because we make them pop. Uggs, we make Uggs pop. Any clothes, fashion-wise, Dolce & Gabbana, Louis Vuitton, what else is there? Balenciaga, listen, Prada, all that is popular because of black people.
Right.
If we wear the merch, we make it fly. Because we're the salt of the earth. I ain't even talking about the power we have with $1. I'm talking about the power we have with following the laws, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God. The power that we have.
Right.
The power that we have. The power that we do not take advantage of. Let me get that.
It's the book of Hosea, chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed due to lack of knowledge.
We are what?
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
We are destroyed because of the lack of knowledge. There's more?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because we what?
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because we want to say it again.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge.
Because we reject this. because we reject what the priests and prophets of the Lord teaches us, because we reject what is being told to us, and we rather go follow behind Islam and Egyptology and Scientology and what makes you feel good and the what's that sutra and what's that other stuff? What's the one your cousin followed behind? What is that? Santa Maria and all of this crazy stuff, all this retarded salakia, all these fake gods, following behind all these fake gods. Go ahead.
I will also reject thee.
What? Say it again.
I will also reject thee.
We reject the Most High, man. We reject the gift that He's given us. The gift that He's given us was Him. Being chosen by Him. By having a covenant with Him. He had a covenant with us. And because we reject it, He's going to reject us. It's like, here, let me make it simple in layman's term. If I'm a father and I adopt these children, right? And I tell them, just do what I tell you to do. And I ain't giving them nothing foul to do. I ain't not nothing unrighteous. Everything I'm telling them to do is righteous and upright. Right. And they deny me. And I cared for them and groomed them and protected them. Protected them through all things. And guess what? And then they just say, you know what? I'm going to go follow behind this. I'm going to go be a whore. I'm going to go be a drug dealer. I'm going to go do this and go against everything that I told them not to be.
Huh.
And they follow that. Then what am I supposed to do? Man, the Lord is telling us He's going to reject us because we reject Him. Come on.
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
Thou should be no what?
That thou shalt be no priest to me.
This is why Haiti is destroyed. This is why Puerto Rico is high in crime. This is why DR you have such high whoredom. This is why down in Argentina is the crime, the dollar is so low and the crime is so high. This is why in Mexico on the border there are children in cages right now. This is why the crack epidemic happened. This is why it's fentanyl and all the drugs. This is why you see all the children. Man, Jersey City got a high population of children that's incarcerated with at least 15 with 85, 20 with 85. Gun charges and gun violence. This is why the graveyard is packed with our children. Because we don't want to follow the Most High God. We want to reject Him. We want to go convert behind a people that's pretending to be us. That's right. What we want to do. We want to do what we want to do instead of what we're told to do. We don't want to follow simple instructions. We like things the hard way. That was it on that? Give me more.
Seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Seeing that what?
Seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God.
Seeing we forgot the law. And that's what I was saying to the point. That's on my topic. We forget who we are. We forget the law of the Most High God. Everybody say they love. Listen, do you know what's the most hilarious part for me? And it behooves me. Because you have all these Christian churches that says they love Jesus, right? Not my Jesus, but they can't tell you nothing about Jesus. They can't tell you nothing about Yahawashi Mashiach. They can't tell you nothing about Him. Oh, He turned water to wine, but did you know do you know why He did that? Do you know the whole story of Him turning water to wine? Do you know He cursed His mother out? Oh, He did this. He met with the whore and He did this. He forgave this person and this, that, and He raised Lazarus. Do you know the history? Did you read the Bible? Do you know the breakdown of that? Do you know what He tell us to do? Or you just think He was here just to sugarcoat everything and make everything sugar and spice and save you? Or He came to save the entire world? If He came to say, I have a question for everybody. If Yahawashi Mashiach, right? Mm-hmm. is here to save the whole entire earth and everybody in the world, then why says he's gonna come back with a double-edged sword and his vesture gonna be dipped in blood to his vesture up to his chest? Why is that gonna happen? Whose blood is it gonna be? Whose blood is it gonna be? They say he came to save a set of people. Well, who needs saving? You think Israel needs saving? Over in Israel, do you think they need saving? When they stole your land. They're in your land pretending to be you. He didn't come to save them. He's not coming to save them. Quickly, Ayash. It was more in the scripture. Yeah.
Said, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, I will also forget thy children.
Man, listen, man. Let me tell you something, man. The Lord said He'll forget our children. Do you know how many generations we've been on this? Generations have been in turmoil through slavery. You know how many Native Indians died? Excuse me, Slakia was unalived. Do you know how many times they sent us in armies and tested us with all types of? Man, listen. If you knew half the things the government tried on blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people, you will be appalled. The projects is a testing ground. Flint, Michigan is a testing ground. Chicago is a testing ground. Jersey City is a testing ground. Newark, New Jersey is a testing ground. New York City. Do I gotta go on? They put us in these tight spaces and say, fend for yourselves. And I'm gonna give this one more money. I'm gonna make this one better. And I'm gonna make this one here. Now fight over it. And treat us like rats in the maze. Read on and give me some more of this article. I'm trying to get done with this article.
I've never seen them do anything but help. So the point being is take the time to help them help you, Foxman said.
That's the judge. Go ahead.
Foxman also repeated the worst case scenario for her could be a life sentence. You understand that, Foxman said?
The judge is asking this young lady, the worst case scenario is I can give you life. Damn. Scott ain't helping her. He ain't crying out for her. Go ahead. Come on.
Yes, sir, she said. Cook, who has no prior criminal record and was a former student of Mainland High School, told the judge she was now working on getting her GED and living in Crescent City. The judge asked her what she planned to do once she got her GED. She said, get a job.
What else Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people gonna do? You get your GED. What do they expect us to do? Go be doctors? Go say I'm gonna be a doctor. Because it's gonna be like I'm inspiring to do such things. But come on, let's be more serious. What opportunities Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians have in the ghettos? How high is the opportunity to become more than just somebody's baby mother, a nurse's assistant, a home health aide, a truck driver, drive for Uber or Lyft? What are the chances of being in the NBA or being in the NFL or playing baseball? What are those chances of being a doctor, a lawyer? Come on, give me some more of this.
Attorney Stephen Robinson declined comment after the hearing when asked why she would enter another open plea to the same charges before the same judge after being sentenced to 2 decades the first time. The shooter in the attempted carjacking, which seriously injured a Palm Coast man, is still on the loose.
Now this is now you gotta pay attention to this because her co-defendant is still on the loose. The shooter. Go ahead.
South Dakota Police Chief Ron Wright said last week that he believes Cook has been more cooperative with investigators since the initial sentencing.
Go ahead.
I think that is better than it was. She is cooperating much more effectively with the investigators now, Ray said in a phone interview. Foxman allowed Cook to withdraw her no contest plea after she testified that her former attorney Scott had told her that if she had entered no contest plea, she would get no prison time. Scott also left a voicemail for Cook's mother saying that her daughter would not go to prison. And obviously she's not going to prison. She has no prior record, so I mean she's looking at probation or community control. Scott said in a voicemail, and then they have a clip of the voicemail here.
Then this is with the attorney. This is her attorney. This is a public defender. He said she should get no time. She don't got no arrest record, never been locked up before, and she should get no time. She should get probation, if anything, or community service. And you know, he made it look so good, so appealing that this young lady, because she has no guidance, she has no lead. There's no leaders in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian communities other than the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge.
Right.
There's no real leaders. Where's the NAACP on this? Where they at? Ain't they the Black nationalists? Ain't they about Black people? Where they at on this case? What's his name? What's the name? What's the brother name? From John? Damn. I'm trying to think of this brother that one of the brothers that got unalive, right? Where are they at for all these cases for these Black people? Where's the leadership? But you know what? Fake Israelites groups can go march around the goddamn stadium. That's what they can do. They can go march around the stadium. Come on. Where's your leadership? Come on, give me some more of this article.
Fox was saying that he allowed Cook to withdraw her plea, not because he thought there was a problem with the 20-year sentence, but rather he believed there had been miscommunication between Cook and Scott. Cook was arrested and accused of taking part in a setup to rob a pair of men. On March 22nd, Perry Nita, 27, and Emmanuel Manny Purcell, 17, drove to meet Cook at her job at Long John Silver's 2156 Ridgewood Avenue in South Daytona. Nita had met Cook on a dating app called Meet Me and expected to have sex with her. Purcell expected to sell her some pot. But moments after the meeting, and as the pot was weighed, a masked gunman jumped into the pickup. Seconds after Cook, Purcell leaned over and pushed the gunman, who fired twice, one bullet boring through Purcell's intestines and lodging in his pelvis, where doctors declared to leave it, saying it would be too dangerous to extract. Assistant State Attorney Ashley Terwilliger said at an August hearing that the day after Purcell was shot, Cook and four men carjacked another victim.
Now, I want you to understand what's happening, that this young lady, she getting herself dolled up, go on these dating apps, right? Mm-hmm. And she meet men and set them up. She's setting them up to be robbed. Now, this young girl is not so innocent. I don't want y'all to think that I'm saying that this young girl, she don't deserve some type of punishment, because she's not innocent by far. But where's the father? Where's the father at in all of this? Because if she had her father in her life who taught her from right from wrong, she wouldn't run with these type of people.
Right.
She wouldn't have been running with this type of person. Where's the father at? Where's the men of her life that tell her that's not what you're going to do? You know, because she's not guided by proper people like the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. She's not guided like that. She's not guided to be a princess. She doesn't have a husband, a man that she's sleeping with, that's going to teach her this is how you obey the law. This is how you follow the law.
Right.
This is how you be a princess. This is how you serve the Most High God. That you don't have that. She didn't have that. And because she didn't have this, she lived the way she was taught. She used her so-called beauty to set up men, right, Ayash? She used her beauty to set up men. Go on dating apps, and one guy thought he was gonna sleep with her. The next guy, guess what? He thought he was gonna sell some bud too. And guess what? Everybody happy. You know what happened? Somebody slid right in the car and give it. Oh, no, I don't want to give it. Pow. Now somebody got a bullet lodged in their intestines, or lodged somewhere, and it's having them. And it's crazy. And then guess what? No remorse. With no remorse, they go out and do it the next day. I don't know if it's proof of this. Allegedly, the next day go out and do it again. Because there's no guidance in the home.
Right.
Because there's no one telling her that she is a princess. There's no one telling this young lady that she is a child of the Most High God. She is a Hebrew Israelite. Because someone stole her culture. And Scott and Maya, you living your own culture in a false way, in a wrong way that's not even living it righteously. Because you want to convert. Give me some more Barbara Shaw.
That's the last piece of it.
Yeah, give me the end of this.
Tell described Cook as the mastermind behind the crimes. Foxman gave Cook.
She's the what?
Tell described Cook as the mastermind.
She put this together. That's what they're saying. They're saying she put this together. Go ahead.
Behind the crimes. Foxman gave Cook some final words of advice. I need you to stay out of trouble with the law, and again, be in touch with your attorneys, he said. They will give you the rest of the advice. And that's the end of that. That just shows pictures of the mother getting carried out of there.
You go look it up. I don't want to show the pictures because I don't want to get flagged. So y'all can go look it up on your own. You know, go look it up on your own. But let me go into the scriptures, right? Yes, let me get the book 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 59. 2nd Ezra chapter 6, verse 59. Baba Shaw.
Okay. The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 6, verse 59.
Yeah.
If the world now be made for our sakes.
Now, if the world was made for our sakes, because if you remember, right, the world was made for us, right? Go ahead.
Why do we not possess an inheritance with the world?
Then why don't we own it? Why aren't we ruling it? Go ahead.
How long shall this endure?
How long shall this endure of us suffering? How long shall we endure this pain? How long are we going to continue to follow behind these other nations? How long are we going to accept that these other people steal our identity? How long are we going to suffer crack cocaine? How long are we going to suffer sleeping with other people, other brothers' wives? Our wives sleeping with other men? How long are we going to suffer our children to be whores? Our sons to be drug addicts and drug dealers, workers of witchcraft? How long are we going to suffer through this pain and this agony and this torture of this earth and of this society? How long are we going to suffer? How long do we continue to endure this? Go ahead.
That's it on that.
Yeah, I know. Slocky. Let me get. Give me Revelations 5 and 10. You know what? Yeah, give me Revelation 5 and 10. Exit out of that. Come on. Make that quick.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 5, verse 10.
Go ahead.
And has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
And we shall do what?
Reign on the earth.
What does reign on the earth mean?
That means rule.
Raise your hand next time. What does it mean? Go.
It means to rule.
Means to what?
To rule.
It says we shall rule the earth. Shall be kings and priests and rule the earth. Right? But if we're supposed to be kings and priests and rule the earth, give me Jeremiah 2 and 14.
2 and 14.
2 and 14. Book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14. We're supposed to be kings and priests of the earth. We're supposed to rule over the earth. You know why we can't rule over the earth? Because we don't want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments. Because we forget who we are. And we need to remember. Go ahead, read it.
14 and 2.
2.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 2, verse 14.
Go ahead.
Is Israel a servant?
Is we what?
Is Israel a servant?
Are we servants? Because that's what we act like. We forget that we are supposed to be. He just read the scripture. Are we supposed to be kings and priests and rule the earth? And we out here acting like servants. Read it again.
Is Israel a servant?
Read.
Is he a homeborn slave?
We what?
Is he a homeborn slave?
We slaves. We slaves right now. We are servants because our oppressor rule over us. Okay?
Why is he spoiled?
You know what this means? Why are we spoiled? Our oppressor give us gifts, and these gifts destroys us. We wear Louis Vuitton, and we gotta go to the hottest club and hot girl summer and passport bros and worry about Israel because they're being bombed. I mean, you don't have no love for yourself. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. When you can't love your own people and you're being oppressed by your people. It was in on that? Because we don't know who we are. Let me get give me 1 Peter 2 and 9. And then give me Deuteronomy. Give me 1 Peter 2 and 9. And then after 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 9, give me the book of Deuteronomy. My favorite. Let's go to my favorite scriptures. First go to 27. And then I want 28 and 1, and then I want 28 and 15.
First Peter 2 and 9, you said?
2 and 9.
All right. It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 9.
That.
But ye are a chosen generation of royal priesthood.
Of who?
Of royal priesthood.
You ask. A lot of people ask me why am I the man that I've become to be, right? Or I'm doing the things that I'm doing now. A lot of my people, a lot of my family and friends in the world say I'm in a cult, I have lost my mind, and so many other things, right? But when you read this scripture, read it again, Bob, with y'all.
It's the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 9.
Go ahead.
But ye are a chosen generation.
Go ahead.
Of royal priesthood.
Go ahead.
And holy nation. A peculiar people.
This is why I'm part of the Israelite School of Universe Practical Knowledge. Because we're what? Read it from the top.
Come. But ye are a chosen generation.
Because our generation is chosen. This generation right here, since 1969, we've been chosen to be woken up in this earth, to be priests and prophets of the Lord, to do his bidding and go make fisher of men. Wake up the children, shake it up. Go ahead.
And holy nation.
Go ahead.
A peculiar people.
A holy nation. Listen, let me explain something to you before we go any further. The word holy means separate.
Mm-hmm.
A separate nation.
Right.
A peculiar people. Man, let me tell you something, man. And I'm not glorifying the old me, man, but I used to didn't wear a beard, and I wore goatee and had waves spinning and stuff like that. And I took pride in wearing nice clothes and and things of that nature. Right now, people, I'm such a simple man. I wear boots, braids, and beard. They say I'm in a cult because I want to do righteous. They say I'm in a cult because I don't want to smoke weed no more. I don't want to pop ecstasy pills no more. I don't want to sell drugs no more. They say I'm in a cult because I don't eat shrimp, pork, crabs, or lobster, because I don't make whores of my sisters. I don't put away my wives. They say I'm in a cult because I want to live righteous, because I want to bring my children up following the law, statutes, commandments, and judgments of the Most High God. Right. Read this.
That ye should show forth the praises of him who have called you out of darkness into his marvelous light.
And they say I'm in a cult because they say that because I want to follow the Most High God and give him all the glory. They said, somebody told me the other day, Yash, all you want to do is talk about the Bible. I'm mad that you don't want to even talk about the Bible.
Right.
What the hell are we talking about? What are we talking about? Sneakers? Horse? We talking about Pound Town. That's what we talking about. We ain't talking about smoking no reefer. We ain't talking about getting high. We ain't talking about selling no drugs, doing a stick up, robbing something. We ain't talking about none of that. It's not my life. What do you want to talk about? You want to talk about somebody's wife that you sleeping with? It's not my cup of tea. I want to talk about the Most High God and serving him and living righteous and getting called up when them chariots pull up. That's what I want to talk about. I want to talk about getting called up in them chariots, being a part of the 144, being a part of the 1/3. That's what I want to talk about.
Right.
You're angry with me. You're upset with me because I don't get high anymore, because I don't eat oysters and clams and lobster no more, because I don't celebrate Christmas and New Year's, false pagan holidays, because I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, the mass slaughter of so-called Native Indians, because I don't want to follow behind that. That's why my people say I'm in a cult. I'm weird. Bible said I'm called. The Bible said I'm a peculiar person. Read from peculiar. Read from peculiar.
A peculiar people.
Okay.
That ye shall show forth the praises of him who have called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light.
I'm going to show praises to the Most High God because he brought me out of a very dark place. He brought me from darkness and showed me the light. Showed me the righteous way. Scott Amaya, you need to follow the righteous way. And stop pleading with your people to be feeling sorry for a people that stole your culture.
Right.
Stole your land. You should start looking at the sisters and the brothers that's going through all the trials and the tribulations and the atrocities that America put upon them.
Right.
Right here in your own backyard. Right here. Where you from? Let me get Deuteronomy chapter 27, verse 1. We're gonna try and squeeze all three of them in. I love these scriptures.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1.
Read.
What the hell?
Yeah, I hate when they put them apps on these. That's why you gotta get back. You know, that's why the general said he's getting back to hardcover.
Because then they want to charge us
Yeah, they want to charge you to. Yo, the Lord of the the oppressor is the devil. The Bible speaks of. But come on, try and exit out. That's why you got that corner up there. Press the corner.
That's for the volume.
All right, it should be done. Come on.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And Moses with the elders of Israel.
Now, everybody know about Moses, but you know what? Know what a lot of times people don't realize Moses was a black man like you and me. Keep going.
Commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments.
Do what?
Keep all the commandments.
Moses did what?
Commanded the people, saying, keep all the commandments.
Some of the commandments.
All the commandments.
The ones that make us feel good.
All the commandments.
The ones that I like.
All the commandments.
Go ahead.
Which I command you this day.
Go ahead.
It goes into verse 2.
Oh, no, lie. Drop that. Go to Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass.
Go ahead. Now, first of all, let me explain something to you. Moses was given a commandment to command the people to keep all the commandments that he commanded them at that very moment. For generation to generation, keep following these commandments. Tell your children, tell your children, tell your children, tell your children's children, so on and so forth. That's what a order was given for us to follow these commandments. We were told to do this. As Blacks, Hispanics, Native Indian people, because we are the chosen people of God, the chosen children of Israel, because we are Israelites and not the people that pretend to be Israel, but the actual people. We were told to follow these commandments. Moses told us, keep this through all the generations. Read this.
And it shall come to pass.
Tell them where you at first.
Book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 1.
Go ahead.
And it shall come to pass.
That means this shall happen. Go ahead.
If thou shalt hearken.
Now this is key. If thou shalt listen. You know, I talked to my son and I told my son, listen to your father. You want to go and try to look into these other cultures and these other religions and all this other stuff. You want to go look into this stuff. I'm trying to tell you that's not the way. Listen to your father. The Bible says, if thou shalt hearken, that means listen. Come on with it, Ayash.
If thou shalt hearken diligently.
Diligently, man. Let's go intently listen to this.
If thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now, see, I know a lot of people are going to say, oh, so God is going to talk to me. He's talking to you when he talks to when the priests and prophets of the Lord speak to you, he's talking to you, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. That's why he say go prophesy to the wind, because he's speaking to you. Let's go.
To observe.
To what?
To observe.
To look at. Let's go.
And to do.
That's my favorite part. To do. It says to do. Go ahead.
All.
Not all. Some.
All.
Have.
All.
The ones that make me feel
to
good.
Do all.
Go ahead.
His commandments.
All his commandments. Go ahead.
Which I command thee this day.
Which I command you this day.
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
That the wait, slow down, back up. That what?
That the Lord thy God will set thee on high.
The Most High God said he'll set you on high if you keep the commandments. Go ahead.
Above all nations.
Above
all nations.
Above every nation. Go ahead.
Of the earth.
Of the earth. Of the entire earth. Wait a minute. The ones that's being bombed over there right now?
All nations.
The oppressor that's over you right now?
All nations.
The Spaniards.
All nations above the earth.
The Germans.
Above all nations.
The Arabs.
Above all nations.
Does that not debunk Muslim, Egyptology, Islam, and everything else? Christianity.
Right.
That debunks all of that. Because he says you will be above all nations upon the earth.
Con.
That's it on that?
Con, sir.
Drop down to 15. See, because this is the counterpart of that.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass,
Go ahead.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Now it says this shall come to pass. Then this shall happen. This the thing if you don't do that thing, the first thing, then this thing will happen. You know how they say, everybody say, oh, it's freedom of choice. You can choose to do this or you can choose to do that. Well, here's your two choices. I gave you choice A. Choice A was follow the commandments, listen and do them, right? That's the first choice. Listen and do them, put you up against, put everybody on the earth, you're going to be over top of all of them. Everybody, the entire earth.
Right.
That's what the Lord said. If you just do what I tell you to do, you're going to be above everybody. That's the first choice. Here's your other choice. Read. Tell me where you at.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 15.
Go ahead.
But it shall come to pass.
But this shall too happen if you don't listen to the first one. Go ahead.
If thou wilt not hearken.
If you will not listen, go ahead.
Unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
Unto the priests and the prophets of the Lord.
To observe.
To observe.
To do.
To what?
To do.
To what?
To do.
Go ahead.
All.
No. Some.
All.
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 Half.
All.
Feel good.
To do all.
Go ahead.
His commandments.
Uh-huh.
And his statutes.
Uh-huh.
Which I command thee this day.
Which I do what?
Which I command thee this day.
Go ahead.
That all these curses.
All these what? Guys?
All these curses.
It don't say all these curses again.
All these curses.
All these curses.
Shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Who shall do what?
Overcome thee. It shall come upon thee.
Shall happen to you. Come upon you. Shall happen to you and do what?
And overtake thee.
And overtake thee. Are we not destroyed in the ghettos? Is this not a curse? Is this not a punishment to not know your people is? To not know where you come from, what land? Why black people are so punished? Why Hispanic people are so punished? Why Native Indian people are on them reservations going through hell? Why Puerto Rico is in such a hellish state? DR is in such a hellish state where it's high whoredom. Why is it happening? Why does Haiti look like Haiti? Why Haiti going through what they're going through? Why is there Mexicans on the border with their children in cages like animals?
Right.
Why every other day you hear on the news in different states and different towns and in the United States you hear another black man or black sister being unalive by some oppressor?
Right.
And nothing is happening to the oppressor. Why is there oppressors walking up in schools and churches and supermarkets and in unaliving black people and nothing is happening to them? Nothing is happening to them, but this little girl going to get 20 years of her life taken from her for being part of a stolen car situation. And somebody got shot. Not unalive, shot. But you got oppressors going into supermarkets and shooting nothing but black people. And
right.
Nothing. You know what happened? He got took to McDonald's, right?
Burger King.
Oh, Burger King. He had it his way.
Mm-hmm.
He had it his way. And Scott Meyer, you tell me you want me to mourn for them people? Blasphemy is what you speak to me. Blasphemy. Drop down to 28 and 68. Let's get this last scripture real quick. Quickly. Come on.
It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28. Which one?
68.
60. All right. Come. It's the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
And the Lord, the Most High God said he's going to bring us into Egypt again. Egypt meaning bondage. Go ahead.
With ships.
With who?
With ships.
I don't know no other people that went through ships. And you can tell me about some damn Holocaust, and I'm gonna call you a liar. They went through 12 years of issues. We went through 400. Tell me how it fit. How, Sway? How, Sway? We went through ships. How, Sway? Tell me. Yeah, read on though. This is how you further debunk that whole that they're the people. Go.
By the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again.
Wait, did they come from Israel?
Come.
Did they come from Israel?
Come.
No. Those people came from Israel.
Right.
But did the Holocaust people come from Israel? He said they shall see it no more. Come on, read on.
And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies.
And it says here we shall be sold what?
Unto your enemies.
Who got sold? I don't remember them coming from where they was being tortured and being sold into an enemy. They weren't sold to nobody. They came over here and start living a glorious life.
Right.
And start getting money from where they was being punished and where they was enslaved, and they start getting money from America. Whereas we, Ayash, we came over here and got slaves. Right. And we got sold. Dang.
For bondmen.
For
bondmen and bondwomen. And no man shall buy you.
And no man shall what?
And no man shall buy you.
No one shall save us. Go ahead.
That's it on that.
Hey, listen, man. Let me tell you something. Wake up, Israel, and start knowing who you are. Start realizing who you are, man. We are God's chosen people. And with that, we're the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, coming out of 1 West Harlem, New York, 125th Street, under Commanding General YAHANNA. And since 1969, Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indian people, we have been teaching them that the Bible, per the Bible, we are the chosen people of God. And with that, shalom, Israel. Men of Israel, a module.